shot, Babu. The Facebook game is in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
This is a day of remembrance. And when I say a day of remembrance, remember when I looked in the crystal ball and said, what's going to happen if Lejarius Sneed is exonerated of all his charges? Will the same people that condemned him the moment we heard it, because I always said allegedly, what are they gonna do with it? Nobody that wrote a article about him or made a podcast about him or made clips or any kind of content is gonna go out and say, hey, let's make sure we take the smut off this guy's name. Yes, it didn't work out in Nashville with Rand's move, a 3rd round pick to get Lejarius Sneed that they reversed when they traded back for Femi last year to get Kevin Winston to get that pick back that they lost to the Chiefs. But nobody's willing to say, let's take the dirt off his name, the millions of dollars he lost, the harm to the brand. And now he can just focus on football and trying to get back on another team, which I'm pretty sure if y'all have looked at the free agent pool for cornerbacks, somebody's going to get Lejarius Sneed and they're going to get him quick because the pool is thin. When I said Marshawn Lattimore and Jeff Okudah, people was coming for me in the comments like, well, if you want a veteran cornerback there's not some guy working an everyday job like the rest of us right now, then that's probably who you should probably go after, somebody who has who's just looking for a fresh start. Ravens J Baby, Driller, what up? Because I said it. I said I need the same energy for players when they're exonerated of their charges as they do when these charges are thrown on them. And then we'll go right next to him and say Stefon Diggs. I think people have seen the video of the chef dancing and lying on stage. And these guys might not be good guys. They might have baggage. They may have a history. But in America, is innocent to proven guilty. Who knows? All I know is when you win your case, you got to get the benefit of the doubt that anybody who spoke out negatively against these guys, especially when you see a situation like Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini, tampering, private information being leaked, the smut that was thrown on Amy Adams Trunk's name about saying she didn't want to trade Tony Pollard to the Patriots because Mike Vrabel was there. All the negative things that people normally get. Mike Vrabel is not getting any of the smoke. Now, my moral compass, that stuff don't really hit my plate. It's not like it's some Epstein stuff that should be talked about every waning moment of the day. But at the end of the day, like, people will damn Stefon Diggs and Lejarius Sneed and then give Robert Kraft and Mike Vrabel a pass for the things that they do. So, I mean, I could see the Patriots calling Stefon Diggs and saying, hey, bro, come back. I could see the Chiefs or the Rams or anybody picking him up now. I mean, the Commanders definitely need help. I mean, I'd rather sign Lejarius Sneed and Stefon Diggs than Brandon Ayuk. Guy's not even picking up the phone and he got $100 million deal. So you got Sneed going back to KC on a team-friendly deal. This is something that I've been, slightly passionate about for years is when somebody in cancel culture has dirt thrown on their name when something happened, then certain people do certain things and there's no dirt thrown on them and they get every benefit in the world and every pass. But now these guys won't be able to get back what they lost, playing wise, money wise, and what has hurt their brand. Nobody's willing to come out and say, hey, maybe this was just a false claim from somebody who didn't like him. Maybe they tried to overcharge this case. That happens from time to time. But this is going to be interesting to see, because this free agent pool, as we showed yesterday on last night's stream, at the end of the stream is for sure thin. And guys like Stefon Diggs and Lejarius Sneed will be right at the top of the board. I mean, if you want to go to the available wide receivers, I'd put Stefon Diggs right at the top of the available wide receivers. Like, you got Jawan Jennings, you got Debo Samuel, D-Hop, Keenan Allen, which are older guys. Tariq Hill, if he even wants to come back and play football. I put Stefon Diggs right at the top of the list of wide receivers. And then when we're talking about cornerbacks in free agency, Armar Davis, Jeff Okudah, Nazeed Johnson, Trayvon Diggs, Marshawn Lattimore, Adoree Jackson, Tre'Davious White, Rasul Douglas. I mean, I'm going to say that the first pick is going to be Sneed or Lattimore when it comes to the cornerback. So, these guys' agents should be on the phone, should be completely blowing up because all the people that dog them out when things happen are for sure not gonna issue the same energy and response. And I don't see the media covering the Vrabel Rossini thing nearly as big as any other situations that happen. He said how NFL let us get Caden McDonald, the best tackle in the draft in round 2. Yeah, I like the Panthers. Not the Panthers. I like the Texans offseason. I really did. Wyatt Teller. If you haven't seen the AFC South recap, I did every division. Wyatt Teller, Keelan Rutledge, McDonald. Texans really went trench warfare, then getting Montgomery. Yeah, they definitely did their thing in this offseason. See how that is? I have people in my comments all the time that's like so hard up about their team. The Bengals fans was mad. The Commanders fans are mad now. Like, listen, bro, like, you can be unbiased when it comes to football and just say, like, I can hate the Houston Texans, but I can love the offseason they had. Yeah, I mean, CJ Stroud has no complaints. It's some people that shouldn't have any complaints. When you talk about Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Higgins, and Hutchinson all coming back healthy, Woody Marks and Montgomery, Dalton Schultz, y'all got another good tight end. Like, I mean, bro, let's be serious. The Texans talent ain't gonna be the issue. I actually had the Texans at the top of the division in the best offseason, if you go watch that video, and had the Titans second, Colts third, and then Colts and then Jaguars. But yeah, CJ Stroud got a new improved offensive line, has got more all around help in pretty much every position. If they can get back healthy, Texans are going to be a tough out this upcoming season. But yeah, for sure, just wanted to hop on here today because I seen I seen this story pop up, and I just said, man, people are not going to have the same energy and in reverse for Lejarius Sneed and Stefon Diggs. We can read the story. It says Dallas-based criminal defense attorney Michael J. Todd announced that criminal charges against his client, former Chiefs and Titans cornerback Lejarius Sneed, have been dismissed. Sneed originally was charged aggravated assault, was reduced grand jury misdemeanor offense of failure to report the commission of a felony. The state of Texas dismissed the misdemeanor completely Friday, which Todd said leaves Sneed without a conviction or admission of any kind. So he is completely exonerated of his charges. And then you could ask the question, Tennessee Titans having so much cap space, and this is the question that I asked when this happened, that with the moves they make, should they slow play cutting Lejarius Sneed and Calvin Ridley? Those were the two big numbers that we had coming back this season. I think the Titans ate a pretty good bit when it comes to Lejarius Sneed, and then they restructured Calvin Ridley. If they would have played it slow, you would have Cordell Flott, Alontae Taylor, Marcus Harris, and Sneed and Williams because you already lose the money for cutting him. He beat his case, so his money is guaranteed. Did they jump the gun? Maybe. Not bringing back Darrell Baker Jr. You know, you could say if you spent the $2 million on Baker Jr. and you just slow play Lejarius Sneed, Baker Jr., Lejarius Sneed, Williams, Marcus Harris, Cordell Fly, Alante Taylor. That's the type of depth that I need. So I'm gonna need the Tennessee Titans to go out and maybe try to sign Lattimore and maybe this Hutchinson kid from Houston, that's the undrafted free agent, because Tennessee Titans secondary is kind of thin at the depth level. How Rodgers' contract work, his team's trying to recruit him. Talking about Aaron Rodgers, the first right of refusal says that the Steelers have rights to him, and they have rights to him at the amount of $15 million that he's got to make a decision on. If he doesn't make a decision or give them an answer, they have to work out and negotiate before any other team has rights to go after Aaron Rodgers. To AFC Championship if the defense plays like last year. Oh, for sure. I mean, Texans was like, I think CJ Stroud could have punted the ball and took knees against the Patriots, and that defense might would have won the game, but we'll never know. You know, being a Texan hater, I mean, I hope they still never go to an AFC Championship game so I could continue to troll y'all. But that defense and what y'all have added in and D'Amico Ryans, this is CJ Stroud's last chance, though. That's the only thing that could hurt them if CJ Stroud doesn't work out and they have to wind up going to Davis Mills and trying again at QB. That could set up that could offset what they've built. That could offset what they built. 2 times Nevin, Tyler Sage, Chronic Fan in the building. Chronic Fan, I did the NFC North. It's on the YouTube. It'll be interesting to see what you think of my breakdown of the best off seasons. Comedy 2 times. You know I got the NFC East up there. I know you've seen it. If you haven't seen your team, on my YouTube page, I have done a breakdown of who had the biggest winners and losers in the offseason in the draft in each division in the NFL. If y'all want to go back and check those out, that's some good forever content. 2 times, what's popping? But this is going to be interesting to see these free agent moves. We got the June 1st. Everybody's going to be watching the Eagles to see what they do with A.J. Brown. Do they keep him? Do they trade him? Do the Patriots trade for him? Debo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, the Ayuk situation. Now Stefon Diggs, Lejarius Sneed, Lattimore. There's a few guys out there that if you go back and check my breakdowns, that teams that are on playoff window runs should be the people that's trying to get some of these free agents, not teams in a full rebuild. You got to give your young guys the reps and try to build through the draft. But, man, I'm going to be back tonight. This was just me quick hopping on because I seen that Lejarius Sneed got won his case. And I thought for all the content that people make, when people do get found guilty or wind up missing time or things like that, I think when people win their cases, I think, people have to have the same energy and the same integrity to come out and not be that fan to say, well, he got money from the Titans and he never really played. But it's like, bro, injuries happen. This off the field situation now is unfortunate because the Tennessee Titans could have still had Lejarius Sneed in their rotation of cornerbacks, a place where they are thin at currently. So I hope Philly keep AJ. He will be our distraction. I don't think so. I think by being so many people and so many replacements, when you talk about all the people that they brought in, Hollywood Brown, Mekhi Lemon, they brought some guys in. So AJ is probably going to be on his best behavior. Or if he's not, and he truly is disgruntled, I think they get 2 first-round picks from the Patriots because the Patriots feel like they're on a playoff window and feel like AJ may get them over the hump. Just like when we sent AJ to Philly, he did put them over the hump and went to two Super Bowls and won one and broke some records in between that time. But we'll be back tonight. Y'all got any questions, throw them in the chat and we'll pop back on, man. Appreciate y'all, man. As always, God first in the chat. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, we got picture-in-picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. You following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture-in-picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. Yo, if you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. Outside of subs, donos, and cash apps, there's also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed. Code Buddha at checkout to get